Oh shit! StarCraft's getting played and we're missing it. Oh, well, here it is, guys.
I'm sorry to be so biased right off the bat, Gwin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just have to say this, and everyone in chat, you can hate on me, it's cool, but this is my favorite matchup of the whole tournament so far.
Okay. All right.
This is gonna be my favorite game so far.
I actually really like PVZ, so I'll probably agree with you.
I love PVZ in the first place, and I love the Mista's sort of forward, fearless harass that he does.
Who doesn't like watching bugs get lit on fire?
Very true.
Yeah.
It's true.
I mean, why do you think like Men in Black was such a successful movie? Because all it was bugs getting lit on fire.
I would use Starship Troopers as an example, but I'm
that's
afraid Denise Richards' breastises were probably the biggest reason for that movie's success.
Actually, yeah. I know that's why I watched it.
That's why I watched it more than once. Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's do some player intros, though. Enough banter. In the pink, spawning as the Zerg in the 3 o'clock position, we have Empire viOLet. And in the green, hailing from Greece, spawning as the Protoss in the 9 o'clock position, we have TheMista. And TheMista actually opting for some one-base play.
Love it.
Rather than going for a forward fast expand. And on this map, I like that choice. But I would love to see him do like a 1-gate expand and then wall this off and then take a super quick third. Because again, this map, you can take 3 bases and then you have 6 gas available to you and then you do whatever you want. And viOLet actually opening up gas first and gas and then pool. So actually, I'm sorry, no, pool and gas, because that gas would be finished at that point. So viOLet opening up with a speedling build. We should see an expand very soon out of viOLet.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm expecting
he's going to start that queen first.
There we
make
go.
that overlord, and then we should see the expand go down on about 20, or maybe it'll be a 19 expand. Yeah, it's interesting to see viOLet go for gas this early in this matchup. We see a lot of players actually opt to go for no gas until like 3 or 4 hatches. Now you can't quite take a fast third base on this because of these destructible rocks, but what you can do, what we've seen some Zerg players do on maps like Tal'Darim or even in the GSL on this map, is actually drop, back when the rocks were here in GSL, which was like so many seasons ago, it's not even funny, you could actually drop your third hatch here as your macro hatch, and you would just mine gas and a couple close mineral patches off of this until you killed those rocks off, so you could still get the fast third hatch. But viOLet opting to go for a speedling build. Looks like he has speed started, continuing to mine gas with 1, and the hatch finally going down. And
it's like Warp Gate started here for TheMista in his base, and he's also chrono boosting it out. He's got the 1 Zealot out, and his next unit choice would be the Sentry. And he's adding on a 2nd gateway. I wonder how long until a robot.
Yeah, I'm curious about this. I'm not sure if we'll see a robo. Actually, wow, good catch there. He's going to be able to kill off those lings. I'm not sure if it was worth the energy for that force field, especially with the fact that he has a pylon in his wall off. If viOLet, say, opted to be aggressive and make banelings, you need those force fields to be able to secure that. But it looks like we might have a 2-gate expand here out of TheMista. Yep, that it looks like that is what we're going to see. He's going to go ahead and throw that expand down, chase those Zerglings away, and I like that quite a bit. Ooh, look at this. Twilight Council going down. He already has his 2 gas taken. He took that 2nd gas very early, so I think this probably is going to be DTs.
Very nice.
Out of him as we come up. We need the pause out of our players. Looks like we're going to go ahead and do the pause. That is fine. viOLet with the very manner. What's up?
Sup? I wonder if Mista kicked his speaker off his desk.
Apparently his hands.
They came loose.
Says viOLet. Maybe his hands fell off. That's true. Maybe TheMista is a Greek robot.
Ooh.
That's actually kind of scary. I'm a little bit frightened.
Yeah.
Like if he's a Greek robot.
Because like the Greeks are known for being like superior men.
Yeah.
So.
If he's a Greek robot, and he's superior to the rest of the Greeks.
I wonder if Greek robots have the same abs as Greek men have.
I don't know.
Wonder if they're also masters in battle without even realizing it.
Yeah.
Let's take a peek over to chat here for a second and
Buy some time.
Nobody's really going crazy yet because there's actually a 2-minute delay on this stream. So we've actually been paused the entire time and no one's we haven't reached it yet.
Yeah.
For the viewers. So sorry about that, y'all, but it looks like we're getting a little bit closer here for the TheMista. And
his hands apparently were cold.
Oh man.
And when they get cold, they get wet. I mean, usually you would think that would be kind of the other way around, right?
I am stifling so many jokes right now.
I know, right? And
I am literally.
Let some.
Thank you, Mista. Yes, the Mista's ready. Okay, we get out of that situation. Excellent.
We are back into the game.
And we're back.
We do see viOLet actually opting to go for, I guess, somewhat of a click layer. He's got his one gas down. He's taking his second gas and making a lot of drones and just Zerglings. Evo chamber going down. So if he uses this to make spore crawlers, he will be absolutely fine against Dark Templars. This is the timing, guys. You want to have those spore crawlers down by about the 7-minute mark to ward off like one base DT play, and that is actually what we see. He didn't super rush for it. He went for the expand first, so he could have gone faster DTs. But of course that's not super safe. So you want to get that down. And now the TheMista, you know, the strong thing with DTs is that, and the thing I'll point out here is that he already has this Twilight Council. He can super easily get charge and get Archons and go Zealot Archon, which is actually really scary to deal with.
My favorite strat against the Zerg is Protoss.
Zealot Archon,
yeah.
So strong. And viOLet got out a lot of lings. He's killing off his destructible rocks, trying to take a quick third. viOLet actually is at a pretty big... Ooh, viOLet. Is that what I think I see in your production right now? Where is that Nidus Worm going down? I'm actually super excited about this.
There it is.
There we go. So viOLet actually getting a Nidus. And where does he have vision? Looks like right here, but there's a pylon there. So the TheMista not missing anything. viOLet better have somewhere else to sneak it in. But I don't think he does.
Dum-de-dum, wall getting tighter here at the front.
Yeah, this is actually a tight wall. He will have to kill this pylon to get out. But I think that is exactly what he wants. That's fine. And warping in the TTs with this right here. In the meantime, though, we have the Nidus going down actually right on top of that. And at the same time, another Nidus down here. So viOLet with a two-pronged Nidus attack. And the TheMista is going to lose this expansion. And back home, does viOLet have detection? Oh, viOLet does not have detection.
No, he doesn't.
So these DTs could do so much damage. No, he sees it, morphing an Overseer immediately, but still DTs one-shot workers.
Meanwhile, though, devastation in the TheMista's base here as the Zerglings come in.
Absolutely. I mean,
TheMista force field right there is going to allow these Zerglings to engage these units at the front here, too.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're trying to work their way past these sentries, but that's going to be a ways to go to get through that little wall off there.
And let's take a look and see how much was actually lost.
I think that looked like a lot of drones there at that expansion.
Only 6. Only 6 killed. Wow. So viOLet doing a good job conserving those drones' lives. He tried to pick off that DT, but it did escape. It's got 2 kills.
The TheMista, though, down to 1 base and had just enough cash to place down his expansion one more time.
Yeah, I mean, the TheMista not in a super good place, but the DTs do give the TheMista one thing, and that's super important to note in this map control, is that unless viOLet wants to move across the map with his army and an Overseer, he cannot attack this base. Because the DTs will kill off his Zerglings.
Right.
So, and of course, Overseer's not as fast as the rest of his units, so that's definitely something he has to take into account. That's actually a lot of creep spread out of that Nidus. But these Zealots finally taking that out.
So,
TheMista kind of on a back foot.
Yeah.
viOLet has got his third up. He's starting to saturate, and this is kind of a scary spot to be in as the Protoss player. I mean, you don't really know what your Zerg opponent is doing. You know that they have lair. You know that they're probably going to take a third base, and you just lost your expansion.
Nice. viOLet forcing 4 force fields out of the Protoss there, wasting a ton of energy just now.
And there's that DT. So Violet's going to see this DT and go, okay, you're keeping your DT at the watchtower. Now this is a much more concrete, I'm just going to move out with my Overseer and kill off your one DT at the watchtower. Violet searching around. Mista now moving out. And these Zealots, do they have +1? No, they do not. +1 is on the way, though. And that probably will finish Proxy Pylon. How did he sneak this probe out here? It's one of life's great mysteries.
He's such a gangster.
He really is. But Violet going for the counterattack. Sends a bunch of his lings in. Pulls the rest back home to deal. And I think Violet's going to be fine. I mean, he's got 3 spines down. Is that 2 more going down? And a big engage here. That was actually a terrible engage for Violet. He's going to lose so many of these links for free. Making roaches to replenish, though.
The counterattack did hit the Mista's base, and it looked like they were dealt with.
Cleaned up by DTs.
Yep.
That's what I was saying. Like, you can't actually push out and deal with that. But, I mean, Roach Spinecrawler, like, you can't break.
Yeah, he's not going to get through with this.
He's got to turn around now.
And that's they don't even have Zealot charge or anything.
No.
Bummer.
These roaches are on creep.
Ooh,
they're going to come out.
The Zealots.
Oh, way faster, of course, on creep and with the roach
costly.
speed. Yeah, well, I mean, not the great force fields out of the Mista, so he should be able to, at the very least keep the roaches from hiding and clean up those. But losing a lot of Zealots in the process and spending force fields.
I don't know that this is worth it. I mean, if all those Zealots go down, it seems like those sentries would be close too. But there we go. Okay. He pulls it out. And all the sentries survive, and 1 Zealot survives.
Yeah.
Tail.
And the GG.
There it is.
There was a counterattack, guys. I'm going to return to the game just to show people at the same time from a second Nidus. Violet took out the expansion a second time. So Violet with some commanding play. Really taking advantage, or I guess abusing the fact that players will feel safe on big maps, and they will skimp on